As we welcome you to Etihad Stadium on a cloudy day outside, but the roof over the top. So like a night match here already. Lots of subplots. Should be a terrific game. Richmond are in good form, but they haven't been winning matches. They've been against very good teams. And the Eagles, top of the table, unbeaten at the moment. We're going down to their rooms right now. Dennis Committee with the coach, John Westfold.
Well, John, what are you expecting from the Tigers this afternoon?
Well, a really tight, tough contest. I'm really impressed with the way they've started the year. They're up and going, and they've got some really exciting talent coming through, but they do play a pretty tough brand of footy.
Now, 2 years ago, you had a vision. You must be delighted with the way this team is playing.
Oh, I'm wrapped with the way the boys have come along, and I've said to people all along that they were doing a lot of hard work even when they weren't winning. They were very strongly focused on getting better, and to their credit, they've turned the corner very quickly.
Now, there were some doubters. I was one. Now, I've got to say, I'm unnerved because you've never said I told you so. Go on, say it, John. Say you told me so.
Oh, no. We've started this year well, Dennis, but there's a lot of hard work ahead for where we want to get to. We haven't proved anything yet.
Good on you, John. Best of luck.
Thanks very much.
Have the feeling, too, this could be a very interesting game this afternoon. Roof is closed at Etihad Stadium. Sunday football outcome, the West Coast Eagles. 4 out of 4 so far, coming off a real grinding victory over the Hawks last Saturday night. Number 4, Daniel Kerr, was in terrific form. Amazingly, the Eagles won despite not kicking a goal in the first half. 2 changes now for the West Coast Eagles. One a late one. Eric McKenzie is out. Mitchell Brown comes in.
Well.
Sunday football at Etihad Stadium. Umpire McBurney opening bounce. Nat Nui waits, probably nudged it forward, taken by Cochin, an early touch, valuable for him. Grigg goes back to Cochin, make that 2 as he kicks it out towards left half forward. It pitches just inside the boundary and goes out. Towards half forward, showed too much of it to Tuck. Tuck got the ball across towards Nahas.
Nahas had to break the tackle, didn't quite, it gets a second crack. Miller caught up too slow. Heard the umpy, missed the handball, play on advantage. Kerr down low to Nat Nui.
Play on!
And then Nat Nui back into Shuey. And then Shuey with a wobbly left footer right to the goal square. Bouncing ball to the back. Richmond should be able to avoid a goal.
Nat Nui locks up with Marriage. Nat Nui first hand to it. Pritis claimed immediately. Foley tries to dig it out. Hill snaps. I think it's good. Going back. Touched on the line, was it? No, I think it's a goal. Just over the line. Well done by Hill, the opportunist goal, just roving the pack.
It's been a pretty good pickup, Tim, hasn't he, Hill? I mean, he's, I guess, no Lacroix and no Nikoski. They've had Hill and Hands, but he's been kicking goals. He's
an opportunist, that's what he is. He's one of those players who just seems to be able to position himself correctly. Get out here, but not much to go to.
Rance took something off the kick, asking a lot of Cochin. He had to go low, couldn't control the ball. Gaff tried to direct it across to Nat Nui. That was clever, into the path of Schofield. Diving in there is Morris. Had to feed it out immediately. Gaff is taken down. Opportunity, low-level work there by Hams. He was looking for the high tackle. He got it. He's deep in the pocket. And that's a beautiful kick. All round, very clever.
to Ellis, to Hooley.
So I've just been watching down the field. Riewoldt already made 2 leads. Now the ball's on his head. No.
Jackson's kick was poor, and then just off the side, it spiralled rather than went over the right way for a drop punt.
Cox to Waters. Turns back, goes to the pocket he left. Pritis having another fine season. Kicks it outside the defensive 50. Glass has got it to Smith. They work it through midfield. Smith goes for distance now. Long, Nat Nui. Here's trouble. Simply too tall. Newman did well. Crumlow by Darling goes in and gets the goal, does he? Yes, he does. They're celebrating now.
Obeyed him and are behind. So Richmond got the first 2. West Coast jumped back and got 3 in a hurry. But it's been a spectacular start to this match. Waters, I should say, to Schofield, and now Pritis.
High ball towards the 50. Kennedy. That was a surge at the football with strength. Rance won the battle of strength, then spilt the mark. Kennedy emerges with it. Rance was waiting to pounce. Well done by Hill. Spills wide to Conker. Dragged down, but not before he got the hand pass to Tuck. Tuck sends it down towards half forward. Oh, terrific mark.
It'd be so...
You'd rather be 20-20 than 50-50 at the moment.
Very good.
There's Scotty Selwood onto Waters. So good at last week in the rain. Waters with a long one. They know they've got the height advantage. In they go. They didn't need height. It was on the chest.
That's when they've looked most vulnerable, haven't they, Richmond?
Yep.
Those big, long, direct, long, high balls coming in.
He's kicked 4 goals, 8 since round 1. He was very accurate in round 1. He's been missing those, but he's squeezed at home. High-scoring opening quarter.
Terrific pressure from, well, both teams, but it was Richmond holding the West Coast defence up. His gaff again. And that one might go to Hill. Hill's been lively enough with that goal. Releases a bloke. It's a beautiful kick and Hearn, and he delivers. Kicked 4 goals in his only other match against Richmond, so he likes the Tiger. He's got 1 already today, and he's got 2. That was straight as a gun barrel.
That's right. Good West Perth man, of course. In fact, they've done well on the forward line for the West Coast Eagles. Lacroix, Lynch, now Darling. There's a good mark across half-back. What a beauty, taken by Butler.
Been handy, Marriage. How good was Kerr a moment ago? He could have run the ball over the line. He was so confident. He attacked from the back. Good mark to Glass. To Lynch. Just have to backtrack for a bit to A. Selwood. Adam, actually. I knew which one it was, but I was just... you know what I meant. And now Hill. Just for the record then, here's Hill at half forward.
Looks inside the forward 50, probing kick intended for Kennedy, bounces obligingly for Marston. Oh, quick on his feet there was Hams. How about that? Like a spring heel jack, and he gets his second. 13 points the margin then. Nat Nui knocks it down very close to Kerr. As a result, Kerr was flat-footed. Ellis did nicely. Grigg in trouble. The pressure from the Eagles. Excellent. Hill gets it out to Selwood, rather, who kicks inside the forward 50, and the mark is taken by Lynch. So Lynch, directly in front, 35 metres out, kicks truly. Tigers in trouble.
Bruce, you'd love him to kick those, but I absolutely like the fact that he is running and jumping at the footy. He hasn't done it all season. Cox, great solid mark there by him, but really good by Vickery to run, jump, take some strong contested marks. He needs to help Rewald out as much as he can. The worrying bit for West Coast now is with Kennedy down with that ankle. They don't have a sub to replace, of course, with Mitch Brown going off with blurred vision. It will really affect their rotation. With Richmond playing so well through the midfield, West Coast might run out of legs later on in the game.
Brilliantly rowed by Shuey. Drives it inside the forward 50. Cox claims he was held. Good use of the body by Darling. That's such an easy goal.
And now he's going back to that centre bounce. Beautiful tap there by Nat Nui out the back. There's the kick from Shuey. Oh, no, it was Rance who was just actually collected him. Oh, I mean, that was just a real accident here. Just Rance just coming back the other way.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing untoward about that. Got him flush on the jaw.
Lingy mentioned too about whether West Coast can run the game out. Remember that Hawthorn game last week for the Eagles? That was so physical in the rain, wasn't it?
It was. It was a really tough, hard, physical, intense game.
Gee, what a difference when Nat Nui's in the centre at the moment. He is just giving his midfield a beautiful ride and gave it to Prittis. Hams has been up now. Can Lynch get enough on it? He doesn't quite get the momentum to fall forward. And, well, they're a good act, aren't they? Nat Nui in the middle and Cox forward.
Watch it again. This is just so beautiful and soft there to a midfielder. I mean, Lingy would love to be getting that sort of service.
Well, it was and Prittis on the right foot. I mean, how good was that? I mean, he's a natural lefty. He's worked hard on that. So from point blank range, suddenly this very good team dash away again to a 2-goal lead.
Tuck goes after the football, took Delidio's legs, and that's hurt Delidio. Players going down like 9 pins at the moment. Here's Kerr. His kick was touched off the boot. It wanders out towards right half forward. Strong tackle by Lynch. Rosa did well. Worked the ball to Hearn. Hearn a half volley. Darling is booted 3 goals. Goes to Marston. Marston snaps. And that's a goal. His first.
Oh, look at that.
Delidio coming off.
Well, again, Nat Nui to Prittis, and the Eagles are suddenly 3 goals in front. They've kicked 3 goals from their last 10 disposals.
Play on.
There's Batchelor in the back pocket then. Do you reckon Matty Priddis will give us his A-grade stuff at half-time? Nat Nui was up. It runs behind. I'm sure he will. Butler, Marston. Selwood inside the forward 50, and Cox comes up and takes the mark about 40 metres out, and he can kick it a long way.
They've gone forward, they've looked dangerous, but they haven't been able to get it past the centre line for a while. He's a good kick, Martin. This might work for them. Hurley has to win this ball now. He may, but he fell over. He gets some help from Miller. Miller gang tackle, doesn't have control of the ball. Should be a ball up, it is.
End of 2010, John Worsfold was flirting with unemployment, wasn't he? I mean, there's no sign that the CES says ahead of his time. Well, that'd be an interesting line to be in. Here's Gaff. You meet some interesting people. There goes the kick from Gaff down towards the pocket, and the mark is taken by the man you were talking about, Tim Hill. Well, he doesn't shank this one. Puts it through. He's got his second.
Marich has been playing Nat Nui really well. He's just stopping him from actually taking a couple of steps to jump to the ball. And then again, he's positioned himself right in front. Oh, hello.
And here goes Nick Nat Nui, and the siren just beats him.
Well done, Rance.
It's hard to stop.
Not many things can beat Nick Nat Nui.
I don't know there's another ruckman in the game that can do what Nick Nat Nui just did.
He's a one-off, isn't he? He is unique. Well, what a great first half. I mean, it was bash and crash. It was goal and goal. Highlight reel, working overtime. So at Etihad with the roof closed on a late Sunday afternoon, it's 11-6 to 9-4.